Today we're going to talk about one of the most popular value resorts at Walt Disney World, and that is Disney's Pop Century Resort. Disney's Pop Century Resort is themed to all of the decades from the 1950s all the way through the 1990s, and you're going to find major theming that is tied to each of those decades throughout this property. You're going to see things like massive foosball tables, and you're going to find computers and gaming consoles and just all of the things that are going to take you back to the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Now, that is not the reason why this is the most popular resort. All of these value resorts have some incredible theming that is over the top with bright colors and big characters, but what really makes this one a sought-after resort, especially for adults, is going to be the Skyliner access. Being located on the Skyliner, it is a very, very popular place to stay so that you can get to and from EPCOT and Hollywood Studios without having to rely on the bus system. Now, this is very similar to the resort right across the water, which is the Art of Animation Resort. Art of Animation typically is where you're going to find a lot more kids and families with young kids because of those movie themes. And Pop Century is going to be where you find some of the older collection of Disney adults and Disney fans who maybe really enjoy some of those nods to the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. So keep that in mind when you're looking at either of these resorts. Both have that Skyliner access and both have a lot of different theming that could really be fun for you and the group that you're traveling with. All right, rooms are very simple here. There's going to be one type of room that is going to be your standard room, and there's also the same exact room, but in a preferred location. Like all of the other preferred room locations in the different Disney resorts, that means it will put you closer to the main lobby, the central bus systems, and some of your main pool and amenity attractions that you're going to have at the resort. So it's going to be the same room no matter where you are, but the preferred rooms that are going to be at a little bit of a higher price will put you closer to those amenities. So keep that in mind. If walking all the way out to your standard room is not something you want to do after a long park day, or if you have some mobility issues with those in your group, you may want to choose the preferred room option at this resort, just like you would at any of the other resorts that have that feature. All right, so those rooms, you're going to have a standard queen bed and a fold-down table bed. This is going to be the same exact setup you have in the All-Stars. The only value resort that's going to give you two of the full standard beds in a standard room will be Art of Animation. So again, it's going to be a very common theme that you'll see here in this value category, and these have been updated as well. So while this resort is not super new, these rooms have been refreshed. It is definitely going to give you some of that simple styling, and again, the Mickeys and the feel of the overall theming is going to be there present in the room for you as well. Let's cover some of those amenities. There are 3 pools over here at Pop Century. There is the Hippy Dippy pool, which is your main pool area. You'll have the computer pool in the 1990s section, and of course you're going to have the bowling pool in the 1950s section. Those are going to be more of quiet pools and not the main pool area, which is the Hippy Dippy pool. Again, big theming, big colors, lots of places to sit and enjoy a relaxing pool time, whether it's your arrival day, your departure day, or even on a resort day in the middle of your trip. You also have one standard cafeteria style quick service location at this property, and that is the Everything Pop shopping and dining location, located right off the main lobby in the main building. This is going to be where you can find your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You are able to mobile order there as well, and you'll have your gift shop where you can go buy sundries or those souvenirs that you've been eyeing from your resort. So how do you know if this is going to be the right resort for your next stay over at Walt Disney World? Here's a little bit of different information to keep in mind for you when you're choosing your resort. At Pop Century, these rooms are going to be in the value category, but again, similar to Art of Animation, because it is located on the Skyliner, it is going to put you at a slightly higher price point than the All-Star resorts. So with that, you're going to see rooms kind of around the $200 a night range. It can be anywhere up to $350, depending on the time of the year that you're going, what promotions may or may not be available, and the category of room that you're choosing, standard or preferred. So keep that in mind. If you don't want to rely on buses to every one of the parks, this could be a great resort for you and for your party. You can use that Skyliner to not only get to EPCOT and Hollywood Studios, but also to visit some of the other Skyliner resorts like the Riviera, the Boardwalk, or even over at Caribbean Beach and Art of Animation. All right, so let me know what you think. Have you stayed at Pop Century? This is a very popular resort. No pun intended, or maybe a little bit of pun intended, but it is for a good reason. These are great rooms. They are very simply styled. The theming is really fun for the whole family, and that Skyliner can make a big difference on your vacation. So make sure that you like and subscribe for more, and check out my other videos all about the different resorts on property at Walt Disney World, and stay tuned for more next time. Thanks.